Luna in the year 1857 to 1899. A Filipino painter, sculptor, and a political activist of the Philippine Revolution during the late 19th century. He became one of the first recognized Philippine artists. His winning the gold medal in the 1884 Madrid Exposition of Fine Arts. Luna painted literary and historical scenes, some with an underscore of political commentary. He was a revolutionary and influential political activist who was an active participant in the Philippine Revolution that took place in the late 19th century. First major artistic achievement came in 1881, when his iconic and remarkable work, The Death of Cleopatra, was awarded a silver medal at the Exposition Nacional de Bellas Artes. Spolarium. It illustrates two dead gladiators being dragged by Romans at the center. On the left, scavengers eye the dead man's position while a Roman beside them raise a piece in protest. A woman mourns a loved one on the right side while an old man searches for a body amid the smoky haze. And the painting has been interpreted as an allegory for the state of the Philippines under Spanish rule. Cesar Legazpi in the year 1917 to 1994. He was also an art director prior to going full-time in his visual art practice in the 1960s. His early 1940s and 1960s works are described as depictions of anguish and dehumanization of beggars and laborers in the city. A Filipino painter known as one of the 13 Moderns, a group of emergent artists whose work. 20th century Filipino painter best known for his Cubic-inspired works. Born on April 2, 1917 in Manila, Philippines, he studied commercial art at the University of the Philippines School of Fine Arts before studying in Madrid and then under the French painter Henri Bernard Gibbs at the Académie Ranso in Paris. The Survivor was a gift to his wife Betty. Done in his distinctive dynamic style, the paintings represent the universal human struggle but also hits closer to home. This is the Filipino people, he told his wife. My perspective as an artist in Cesar Legazpi artwork, I know as an artist you should have ability to show what you have. Even if how you creative and express people of your artwork. For my perspective to Cesar Legazpi artwork, her creativity is shown not only other people.
Filipino artist Fernando Sobel de Ayala. Philippine art, Chenryu is the best known for his abstract paintings that were frequently created in a black and white. Sobel is considered one of the most important Spanish painters of the 20th century. Sobel's artwork is Barbia 2, 1960. His art style abstractionist was inspired by Mark Rothko. Sobel's artwork has been mostly done in black, white, blue, and grays, although some work evoke a calming feel with their soft, even brush stroke. Others are created that feel quiet tints with sharp, dark crisscrossing lines against a light backdrop. Perspective on Fernando Sobel artwork, it shows the color and stroke can be interpreted differently, and he wanted to share the emotion in his approach through simple artwork. Filipino artist Anita Magsaysay Ho. 1914 to 2012 was a Filipino painter. She was the only female member of the 13 Moderns, a standing group of a Filipino modernist artists, and in 1958 was chosen by a panel of experts at the 6 major painters of the country. Works such as Fish Harvest at Town and 3 Women in a Landscape. My perspective on Anita Magsaysay Ho artwork, it shows their expression of happiness and shows the love to depict the everyday life of Filipino women.
Filipino artist Agnes Arellano.
Agnes Arellano, the sacred and the mythical, the physical and the erotic, the magical and the mundane, the religious and the profane, and music and song all permeate the art of Filipino artist Agnes Arellano. Drawing from the tragic death of her parents and sister from a house fire in 1981, her work explores themes of creation and destruction and the cycles of life. From my perspective on Agnes Arellano's artwork, it shows the theme surrounding sexuality, religion, and mysticism. It eventually becomes the practice that blame the difference myth and reality, art and life.
Filipino artist Pasita Abad.
Sita's Abad's painting is characterized by color, constant change, and experimentation from the 90s, 70s, right up to her passing in 2004. Pasita's most extensive body of work is her vibrantly colorful trapunto paintings, mixed media painted textile collage, and abstract assemblage. She is noted to have worked on more than 5,000 pieces of art. Her masterwork are being Alcap Bridge, Singapore, a 55-meter bridge covered in over 2,000 colorful circles. It was completed a few months before she passed away from lung cancer in 2004. My perspective on Pasitas Abad's artwork. It shows a beautiful and elegant artwork. It shows that you're in Alka Bridge. It looks like relaxing because of the colorful circles.
Filipino artist Fernando Amorsolo.
Fernando Amorsolo was one of the most important artists in the history of painting in the Philippines. Amorsolo was pointillist and painter of rural Philippines landscape. He is popularly known for his craftsmanship and mastery in the use of light. My perspective on Hernando Amorsolo's artwork, it makes me realize of how Filipinos can be hardworking. Amorsolos, to be sure, you recognize and appreciate the small things. He can appreciate to capture the traditional Filipino occupation, and that's attracted on me on the painting.
Ang cue ko.
1931 to 2005 was a Filipino painter of Chinese descent and was a national artist for visual arts. Cook artwork Second Station Jesus Carries His Cross 1996 is perhaps best known for the emotion in his art, most of which are raw and oftentimes sober or angry. The scene in his works depict crucifixions, screams, or figures forlorn, using vivid colors and a surrealistic cubist style of expressions. My perspective on Ang Kyukok artwork, it shows the style of expression and emotion that he wanted to share of this station, whether naturalistic or stylized, is meant to stimulate empathic participation in Christ's suffering.
Filipino artist. First Filipino artist, Napoleon Abueva.
Noted as the father of modern Filipino sculpture, Abueva attended the University of the Philippines with Hoya and was mentored by noted sculptor Guillermo Tolentino at the College of Fine Arts. Description of artwork. The memorial cross is a towering 555-meter structure above sea level. It is made up of steel and reinforced concrete and has an elevator and viewing gallery in the art of the cross. Perspective. In my own perspective, Napoleon Abueva's artwork, which is the cross, was very godly and spiritually meaningful to have as a statue, considering that it is like people could see the statue whenever they pass by and it can remind of God because he symbolizes the cross.
Filipino artist, Eduardo Masferry.
He is regarded as the father of Philippine photography, and self-taught photographer processed his own film in a makeshift darkroom and managed to even produce prints without electricity. People of Philippine Cordillera, Photographs 1934 to 1956, is a book that received a National Book Award in the Philippines in 1988. Since its publication, Eduardo Masferry has been recognized as a father of Philippine photography. My perspective about Eduardo Masferry's artwork, where the indigenous person from a specific tribe was featured, show our ethnicity, culture that we can be proud of to show to the world.